When you're looking for a horse, what I would recommend you do is, first of all, think about your priorities. What's most important? From my perspective, I talk to a lot of people about this on a daily basis, and I'll tell you that for the most part, the people I talk to, safety and usability is very important. What I would put as secondary is color, and even breed, and even registration. And everybody says, well, is the horse registered? I don't know. It doesn't really matter to me. He's a good horse. So I'd say 2/3 of the horses I sell these days are not even registered. They're good horses though. They're very safe, good, reliable horses. So, you know, I wouldn't judge a horse so much by his pedigree anymore, because you know, you got so much show horse breeding and so much going on that has genetically altered horses in a way that they're bred for specific purposes and they're not useful for anything else. So, you know, as it pertains, do I buy a mare, do I buy a gelding? What I would do is just have an open mind, and I would just evaluate the horses and judge each horse for its individual abilities. I've had more good mares as I've had geldings. So there's really no difference between mares and geldings. When people say they don't want mares, probably it's just a reflection to me that they're just not very savvy horsemen. You know, if they've got a barn or some trainer that doesn't want mares, it just tells me that these aren't horsemen. These are people that don't understand horses. And that's just the realistic truth about that. We've got a lot of good mares, super, the best. So, you know, approach this in a way that if we're going to trail ride and we're going to the mountains and we're going to do obstacle courses and we're going to do flat work, well, we don't want some show ring bred horse with teeny little feet and high-strung, spirited, simple-minded attitude, because you're not going to get anything done. You know, I tell people all the time, it's kind of like trying to take a house dog hunting. You can't take a house dog hunting, and you don't want to keep a hunting dog in the house. So you've got horses that are bred for specific reasons and purposes. And find you a horse that's got a genetic background and comes from horses that are meant to do what you're doing. And don't try to make a show horse a using horse, because usually that's not going to work. You know, their feet aren't tough enough. Their minds and their bodies don't have the muscle and the durability to do it. But if you want to go win a show, surely don't take some using horse, because you'll get last place. So you got to kind of decide what it is you want to do, and you know, take a very open-minded approach to it, and evaluate the horses for what they are, and give them a chance. And don't, you know, people say, I got to have one 16 hands. I got to have one this, I got to have one that. You know, 15-2, that's not much smaller than 16 hands. You know, there's all these people that are so conscientious about the size of their horse. I've got small horses that are 15 hands, 14-2, that are just as strong and just as tough as those big horses. And the small ones are easier to get on and get off of. So evaluate their gaits, evaluate their temperament and their personality, and take an open-minded approach to this. And I think if you do it that way, you'll end up with a treasure.